G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in mini motorways. This one is set in Munich, or if you want to pronounce it worsely, Munich. So we have all destinations as circles, we have unlimited bridges, and double the number of traffic lights awarded. Cool, so now I'll pick up no traffic lights. Alright, so no bridges means that we're going to be less likely to get off at a bridge, which is always nice, and means that we'll hopefully see a bit more in the way of roundabouts, motorways. And I do always like all circle maps too, because I think they create sort of a bit more just a fast scoring game, so that'll be fun too. What do we got coming up? Have we seen that on the 24th of July is the 10th anniversary of the mini series? So mini motorways and mini metro are both going to get more maps. I'm really curious to see. There was a picture that Dinosaur Polo Club posted of the London level with a train on it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that is, and if you then have trains as sort of a way that you can move something around. I'm gonna opt for roundabouts, and I'm gonna... Should I just chuck them in straight away? No, I'll live without them now. I have learnt the lesson from roundabout levels in the past that... I mean, this isn't a roundabout level anyway. But I have learned from some roundabout levels that if you chuck in too many roundabouts at once, you end up with like just a whole bunch of map that's not utilized in favor of just this real estate taken up by roundabouts. So why are they not... Okay, yeah, they decided to really wait on that being connected. As long as they're going to both of them and they're just sort of cleaning this up a little bit. No, that way that we can't have those two look after that guy. That's permanent. He shouldn't need any more assistance and he'll be right for the rest of the game. That initial slip up though for these yellows has definitely put them on the back foot. We're going to have to get those other three guys connected, I'd say. Even if it's temporary. You can see that 5 of the 6 of those guys immediately left. So there is definitely cleanup needed. So I've got these 3 blue guys down the bottom here. Really we want them for this blue in the top right. But I mean, there's going to be no easy way to get over there. I'm amazed at how many jobs are coming from these 2 yellow destinations already. They are flying. They seem way busier than those 2 blues. There we go. Now I've got a handle on them. We don't really want to have the 2 yellows sharing though. And I mean, there's a pretty clear cut that we could do where we could have the yellow on the top, just take the 3 yellows that are on the same island, and then give the yellows to the south, the sorry, across the river, can take the southern circular guy. But I'll just leave it for now. Just more want to see how it plays out. Ugh. That was a rude interjection. we've got infinity bridges, so the fact that this guy needs a bridge, or that his mate here would need a bridge as well, is absolutely no sweat. These pinks that are grouped together down the bottom left certainly have the case to have that motorway and gain that. I mean, the fact that they're taking care of business here with this long route, because it's still very early days, it does make them fine for now. Especially because I've only got the one motorway. If I had 3 motorways, no question, I would just sort of extend those guys out. I feel like I've got to do something with these blues. Bottom right. Alright, there's another motorway there. Orange definitely is in the interrupting game. It's a weird connection I've decided to design there, but is what it is. Well, that guy being a double destination's a bit more of a death sentence for us. I'm just going to run him out to the far side there, just because we don't know what the other half of his connection's going to be, so we may as well have, since it's sort of either one way or the other for them, it doesn't really matter which side they pull to. We'll let them go to the left. Okay, now we're dealing in 3 motorways that we can start to do some worthwhile upgrades. And I think it is this pink, so we'll wipe out all of that. Well, that's even worse of a scenario we've got going on at the top there. We do this weird, like, connection there. I mean, it's not good. Just saying that it's something that we can do. We really wanted to, which we don't. That's okay. That is possibly the best case scenario for who was going to show up there. Okay, so let's now annoyingly we can't really have this guy connect through the top to get to him. We would have to red. What we'd have to do is run these guys down like that. That sort of disconnects our mate green. So what we'll do is we'll run green around the top edge like that. So it's just those lower left side greens that are looking after him. Now that is definitely more of a problem connection that we've got there. Now what I want to do, you can see that there's a bit of traffic forming here. I think what we need to do is break this out a little bit. Like that. That might clean them up a little. That's a disaster at the top though. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 guys and turn around. No, I don't think we turn them around. I fit a roundabout anywhere down here? Out of the way. What about in there? Nothing? Let's go there, and we'll bounce that to there. So that gives a little bit of pink, a little bit of green. I would definitely much prefer this to be operating with a roundabout, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those two guys out as well and get them to go help, because this side is much more of a disaster. Alright. Well, this guy, this orange on the far right, is in a pretty good spot in terms of helping just these two guys can just look after, say, this guy here, and I can almost cut off the entire neighborhood up there. One more guy on the right-hand side, and we're good. I'm surprised pink is doing so badly here. This is a terrible setup, no question about that we've got going on down here. Really just need room for a roundabout to clean it up. There? Talk to me about it if this was here. The other problem that I have is that these green guys can just jump through there and go elsewhere, which isn't not in love with. Let's turn those two guys that way. Let's place this in. Put him there. That guy can go straight up. Turn those two guys back around. Move this to the north side of that. And here you can see these guys don't really fit in without having to all just sort of run through the same slip lane. But let's see if with this roundabout that whole thing's a bit more of a cleaner experience. There is no reason that these two actually need to be connected anymore. It just now means that the greens are separated into, there's 4 greens on this side, 3 on that side. I don't hate this guy here by any means. He can get over here and help. We need to keep getting more orange that way. Like I said, we've got a third guy here too as well. So what we can do, let's take all of these guys. Well, firstly, let's give him that way. Turn these guys around. And them there. That guy can now just go straight in there. These guys, we can just jump like that. So the only thing that I, like, setup-wise I'm not liking... Well, firstly, I still have these 2 yellows in the middle are still sharing. We just added 2 more houses to them, so that's a nice, at least, addition to them to give them a little bit more backup. Now, the thing I feel like I am forgetting with the setup that I've got for that is that there is no... there's no problem with just using as many bridges as I have. So if we go straight across like that, we can then just get rid of that and then problem solved. I don't love this intersection that I've just created there. Apart from that, it's not too bad. This pink guy still is not doing well. And part of what's crazy about that is he's got 5 houses looking after him, and green's only got 4? No, there's 5 there too. Okay. So it's even Steven Seagal. We, we can turn some of these guys around if we wanted to. On this hub of ink that we're using. I think I've got to take the traffic lights. I'm just overusing Alright, let's work out. Can we cut these guys through? If we run up here... Oops, sorry guys. If we run straight up here... Those guys can go look after him. This blue guy here needs some help. This blue guy in the middle. Now, luckily, he has a ready-made army. Just waiting to jump over this road. So, if we've got a roundabout... Now, that's not great. That's certainly a motorway required territory just there. Certainly making the most of my unlimited bridges. Well, a bit like when you suddenly have a moment to try and think of how you're going to solve a problem and it's still playing that lone note of slow-mo. Answer really here is these three guys, at least the short term. I suppose we could do this. And it's just a problem of whether these two yellow guys are actually getting used. See, occasionally they're sort of colliding into each other as they come out of their driveways. We're certainly now overdue for some much needed motorways. We have just absolutely dried up on getting motorways. Sorry, I was going to use a set of lights there. So this pink just is not happy. Again, a dude that would be so much happier if I could separate out the greens and the pinks. I truly don't understand why pink is struggling so much with this setup. I think it's just because there's only two pink houses that there's so much more demand to those two pink destinations. Let's turn those two guys around. Still not doing well. I need another motorway again for this one. And you can see green is also now struggling under the weight of just a single motorway that's going up that way. We've got this. How many pieces of road have I got? Let's try this as a nonsense solution. What if we turn all of these guys around like this? Run him through there. And in fact, let's just give these guys a little connection to the back of that too. And you run all the way up here. Get rid of that. We'll actually use one of our roundabouts for good use. And then we'll go straight up the side, dart across. Now, I feel like the problem here is that we're going to see all of these guys get sent. And I mean, it makes it seem like these guys will actually stop sending people down the bottom and they'll go, oh, well, there's enough guys already en route. But it's sort of like that they're just extra little pushes to help things out. Like these green guys will just get in there, they'll just do their job and then they'll head back. But you can see there's a whole bunch of pinks over here that haven't been summoned either. So there is some more sort of, I guess, cover. It's also a green neighborhood that just suddenly sprung up here that I don't know if it was already there and I just completely overlooked it, or what, but that's also definitely going to help things. Finally. Now, green is just sort of freaking out a little bit everywhere. This will send some green guys back this way. Him. Can't turn that guy around because he's right on the water. So this guy, I suppose we can sort of sneak down the river. Go help out. We do have the roundabouts available that we can ask those guys to go help him out too. But why are these guys not leaving? There we go. This green guy here is not happy. Let's give him a bit more support. I think green everywhere is just like a moment of surge. Now I feel like well, obviously we've got a motorway to use. I think it's these guys. I think what we need to do is, no, not that bridge, that connection just there. Yeah. Put this motorway just there. Bounce these guys up that way. I just don't think he's coping. Weirdly, somehow these greens at the top are coping with the mess we've got going on up there. Wow, green is... When they built green, they forgot to put in the quit. So this guy down here now has a whole bunch of houses. So let's try sending him off that way. It's a real dangerous game. I'd love to move... If I moved this Inks motorway back one, I could get this red house connected. Now we have finally fixed this red's issues. He is now starting to calm down a little bit. Now we've got pink over here, unhappy. Well, pink in general is now our surging friend. Let's give these two guys back. Just need motorways. Let's really see pink up here. It's not happy. We don't have a motorway to just sort of do a quick dump of guys to help, but these four guys here. The thing is that I could sort of run a road from up this top path along the top, drop it down and connect it into that pink. The problem is that if I did that, then it would mean that pink could share all houses across the entire network, which is what I don't want. But I don't think I've got much other choice at the moment. Our primary objective at the moment is that we don't want to lose. Oh my goodness, orange. Well, I should hopefully never lose on an orange house though, because there's so many of them that they should have such a huge divide of labor. I think he's got enough guys to at least help out a little bit. I mean, this is the guy that's got the houses. What we just need is another motorway to get him out. So we haven't seen any houses. We're waiting for our pink cars to start turning south to come help out with this guy, which no one's done yet. There we go. Here they come. Alright, so orange now. And I'm filthy at orange for having this many houses and this many problems. The other thing that we can do is we can disconnect that guy from there and run him up to there. And then what we can do is ask politely a whole bunch of orange houses to turn around. Go help out. Now the problem with that is that there is no one closer than these guys. So I'm going to have to make that connection briefly too, because otherwise no cars would come across here to come help this guy out. And he needs those little ones to just sort of chip away until these guys get in the vicinity. Because you can see otherwise he would have faded. Those guys are just making it through now. So those two can hopefully like chip him on long enough just to get those two guys to show up. But that top road is now so busy. And I think we've just been like beaten by lack of motorways. Okay. So, how can we set up a motorway network for what we've got at the top here? Firstly, let's look at what this guy probably needs. He really doesn't need that many because these houses have now got very close to him. So I think that we get rid of that and we turn... let's just go these two guys down like that. He can have 5 houses for now. And what we'll do is we'll connect absolutely everyone else to this crazy network. Put him there, we'll put a motorway there, and then just fly it straight to there. Now there's enough guys sort of here that what we can hope is that some of these guys fly fast enough. There's going to be a gap between when this guy gets there and when the first of these arrive, and I think we're going to be sunk. Yeah. That was a bust. That was savage. Ah, well, what can you do? It is very early in the week here, though, so we hopefully position somewhere nice. Oh, there we go, number 9. I feel like this was all within reach. I think that was just some bad luck. Anyway, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.